Hey, what is up, y'all? Welcome to the Bazaar FC. This is Douglas, and today I wanted to talk about Karnok. And in addition to that, I wanted to show off some of my favorite boards that I've been able to capture. So he has been out for a few weeks now, and I gotta say, he is incredibly fun. It's interesting to know for me personally. I've purchased every hero. I've tried them out extensively, but I've never really been like gravitated towards a hero except maybe like Pygmalion. He's always been like my main as far as like my playtime shows, he's definitely up there. But Karnok has definitely pulled me away from Pig, and I think Karnok really is my brand new main. I gotta say, he has really interesting builds as far as like really aggressive weapon builds, whether it be like via max health scaling, builds that kind of conjure up or that utilize haste and crit to like maybe one shot your opponent. Then they have like really passive builds, right? Like self heal and like perma freeze, which is really strong. For a while, the wild boar was kind of going crazy, right? Maybe like in the first week, wild boar was going pretty crazy. Like just the amount of builds that they have, like self slow burn. There is so much like play styles that they've incorporated in Karnak. It's kind of incredible to think about that because almost all of them, as far as like I can remember, like I'm talking about like builds, they all just kind of work. Self slow works. Passive like builds are kind of hard to conjure up, but they really work. Weapons are incredibly strong. I would say Karnok's weapons are probably like his best tool set for winning the game. But yeah, in general, I really like his play style, and I kind of captured some footage for this video to show off like the different play styles that Karnak has. And man, some of these are crazy, dude. When they first did the item reveals, I kind of had a lot of doubts in like self slow and the passive builds, like in particular items like leather jacket that mitigate the amount of damage that you take. There's also items that increase your max health, right? But I was really interested in the max health scaling and like really trying to pull off a passive build. And I managed to do that. And again, so I wanted to recap some builds that I have here that are absolutely gnarly. Let's start off with, let me find it. Let's start off with these first two builds. I got these from one of my playthroughs during my legend run, and I conjured up a somehow by visiting Wink. I managed to get a space laser, and this really showed me that Karnak is incredibly versatile because Space Laser is incredibly niche to utilize, right? In order to utilize this item, you need to have your items flying, um, and that'll charge the Space Laser for 1 second, right? And Karnak has easy access to fly, especially with items like the Flying Sigil, the Flying Squirrel. The Flying Sigil in particular is when you enrage. I think it's two of your items start flying, and the Flying Sigil has a 20% cooldown at Diamond. So getting a 20% cooldown on items like the Space Laser is huge because that means that the item goes off super fast, as I'll show off in these two builds. Luckily, these two that I've captured here do have commentary because I was playing the game and recording, but the last two don't. Then I'll just kind of like go over them as they go through. But this one in particular is really strong. Utilizing the Space Laser again, the Flying Squirrel, the Snow Wisp, just for fast procs. Karnok's meat on Karnok's meat next to the Dryad again to have a lot of fast procs, and giving the Dryad multicast enables for some really fast procs. All right,
If
Gun
I knock
Leon.
you down quickly, you might be safe. If you wake up the creature, what happens next is on you.
Oh boy, what is this? Another wild boar? Oh, they have a shit ton of good skills. Oh, no, this is a honey badger and wild boar. Come on. Yes, sir!
They're tougher than they looked, okay?
Oh my god. And this one is, again, cheating because this is a Karnak build, but I didn't make this one up. This was my opponent. It was just so freaking cool to see an ability or a passive build that kicked my ass when I had something so incredibly strong, right? I thought I was unbeatable, but that's the beauty about the Bazaar, that every freaking build, man, is beatable. You just, have to get you just have to get hard countered. But This one was freaking crazy, man. Go, Badreto.
I will try to be
And we close
gentle.
it out after an annoying start, dude. Oh my god, that's a lot of health. Holy shit, that's a lot of health. Come on, baby. Shiny leather jacket? No way! Oh, I can't beat this guy. Oh my god! Dude, I'm at the final boss! Holy shit. I'm not even mad anymore, dude. After this is day 16, dude. They take 80%, dude. Now, this one in particular is one of my favorites. This is utilizing the favor circle, which charges your items that get slowed. And when I have items that self-slow everything, it gets a lot of instant procs, right? And with the runic claymore, is when you crit, you gain that amount of health, right? So with the amount of proc activators that I had for self-slow, the blade went off like crazy, dude. Doubling my health by a absurd amount, dude. Ending up at 26,000 health. Absolutely absurd, dude. So fucking cool. And okay, now this one is gnarly, dude. This one was probably my favorite. As you witnessed in the last one, that was a combination of stealth slow and max health scaling, but this one my opponent was utilizing like the full self slow package and the boa, which it gets charged by anytime you slow. So they had the unstoppable build, but I conjured up the pacifist Karnok build, dude. I was untouchable, dude. I managed to conjure up the build that allowed me to take no damage. I was only vulnerable to like permafreeze and item destruction, but I got so lucky, dude. I ended up getting so lucky. Just enjoy the ride. This one is definitely my favorite build so far. I wish I could try to replicate it more often, but it's a little hard. But goddamn, dude, I ended up loving it, dude. So thanks for watching, y'all, and I hope you enjoyed these highlights, man. They have been a blast to cover, especially Karnok, man. I love playing Karnok. So thanks for watching, y'all. I'll see you in the next video.